Hey guys, I'm Nicole and welcome to the Keto Korner.
I had an idea that we should all start a keto lifestyle.
The keto and / low carb lifestyle.
And also, how keto actually really evolved. It's kind of been a working process for like, I don't know, maybe even 4 years now. But it wasn't always into keto. I didn't know where it was going, but I knew I wanted to get the word out there. I didn't realize how many people were actually super interested in getting keto meals themselves. And I've been on the keto diet for about 6 years now. And they've got some questions, and I'm sure everybody that starts off on this lifestyle diet has the same exact questions.
So my question was, if I do follow this keto lifestyle and eat the food, because obviously we have it on hand, how active do I need to be to see like optimal results?
It's probably not the best answer, but not active at all, because
that's music to my ears. That's what I want to hear.
I mean, I probably haven't been to a gym.
How about for someone like me that I stay active all the time?
Yeah.
What does that mean to me? Because that was one of my biggest concerns, just being active while being on keto.
For somebody like you definitely want to make sure that you are consuming enough proteins. Also, you want to be sure that you're consuming plenty of like healthy fats in order to sustain your energy levels, so that you can be active all day.
I've gone to a high fat and lower protein just because I wasn't eating meat, just doing seafood here and there. But I noticed that the less carbs I do or the less sugars, I really need something to keep me going.
It's most likely that you were not eating enough fat. Like you probably were not getting enough energy. And especially if you're not eating carbs and you're not eating protein, your body only gets energy from protein, carbs, and fats.
Okay.
So it's hard to eat a lot of fats, and especially a lot of people try to stray away from it.
Well, the stigma with it, but I kind of understand that it is a whole food and our body could benefit from eating it, but there must be a proper way of consuming it along with, I wasn't taking any vitamins or supplements.
Yeah.
And I always supply myself with enough food as a source of energy.
Yeah, he does.
But it doesn't.
He supplies us with food too.
I believe it, you know?
Yeah, but it's like you can be eating a bunch of food, but you really want to be sure that you're consuming enough fat. So something that I would recommend to you right off of the bat would be MCT oil capsules.
Even though I'm eating the fats and I'm enjoying them as well, I just feel like I could maybe get more if I needed more energy. I just didn't put that together, that I needed that much more fat.
So these are great because they are like the healthiest of all fats. They basically convert into energy almost instantaneously, and it's kind of an all-day energy. It's not caffeine related. It's all natural, and it just gives your body that boost that kind of lasts all day long.
I heard that the first of your fat to go is the belly fat.
Yes.
So that's like my problem area.
So
it's like anything. So
Goal fat.
I feel like that's. Tell me either how that works or what can help that work faster. Okay.
Look at the
Sorry.
smile. She knows
I'm
excited.
So the reason why your belly fat is the first to disappear is because when you are going through this transition and you are restricting carbohydrates from your diet and they're all being depleted from your glycogen stores, each molecule of glycogen holds on to like 3 grams, at least 3 grams of water. So while they're all being depleted, that's a lot of water. Basically, in the beginning, it's a lot of water weight that your body is holding on to.
And I'm holding on to it.
Yes.
Well, where's your fat distributed on your body? So for me, I noticed the first place that I lost a lot of weight was where I carried it all. So for people who are looking to lose weight in their midsection, they carry fat around their hips or their waist
so
or
you
their
can
abdomen.
target.
That's
it's
the
kind of
first
like
to go.
Targeting where the fatty are.
It's wherever you have the most fat cells, you're going to see the most loss.
So it boosts your body to use the fat that you have stored.
You use the fat and you dump the
energy.
water it was storing. My first 3 days when I do rapid induction ketosis with her, man, I drop like a pant size really quick because I lose all the water weight.
Question. Speaking of the first 3 days, so this is my second day, and I remember hearing you talk about the keto flu. I'm not looking forward to that, and I don't know what exactly it is.
Electrolytes.
And why does that happen?
So basically, it's like having a really bad flu for about 2 days. Essentially, it happens because your body is just going almost through like a shock, because it's so used to using carbohydrates as its primary like fuel source. if you decide to go like keto cold turkey, then you're just cutting off carbohydrates completely, and your body's kind of going, whoa, what the heck am I doing? You know, and it's trying to find a balance. It's really important to stick it out. I know it sucks. It's like, it's honestly.
Does it happen to everyone?
Not necessarily. It depends on how your diet was before you decided to transition. And because think about it, all your glycogen stores are like,
I'm low carb, low sugar, just fruit.
So much. With you, I highly
But sugar, fruit has a lot of sugar. I feel like if you do the keto diet correctly, you will get the keto flu.
Well, how do you
doesn't matter because he says he was low carb, low sugar, but he eats all the fruit he wants. You can't do that on keto.
It does not have to be that hard, though.
It doesn't.
There are a lot of things you can do to reduce the keto flu.
It has to do a lot with dehydration. So it's really important to supplement with electrolytes. So that's one way that you would be able to prevent it. Only because you do lose so much water weight in the beginning. So it's really important to replenish everything that you're, getting rid of.
So it hits you basically after you lose the water weight and before you start losing actual fat. That's when you get the keto flu.
Basically, yeah. One of our supplement lines caters like specifically to carb detoxing. So it depletes your glycogen way quicker than they would deplete themselves normally.
Yeah.
Another way is physical activity, which
I'm not a fan of.
Me
either. Steve, I might need your help with that.
I need a regimen, actually. Okay, so
seriously, we need to all get on this.
So
right.
Tomorrow I start not eating any carbs. No sugar.
You're starting keto tomorrow?
Well,
this is exciting.
I'm getting all this information. I feel like if I'm going to do it, I should do it while it's fresh.
Yeah.
And
look at all the good things you can have.
And I've heard so many good things. Like you can go on and off whenever you can adjust. Your body is benefiting so much from being on it most of the time that you can take breaks and get to eating things that you want to eat. And I want to give this a try and see how my body feels, and I want to do it right.
And that's why we do have the supplement line, just to kind of encourage starting this diet or lifestyle in like the healthiest, most efficient way possible.
And especially for this change of a lifestyle, I feel like the supplements are so necessary.
So things to deplete your glycogen and make it go faster, like the apple cider vinegar, the turmeric, and the cinnamon detox, those are great. That's going to speed you through this process efficiently. But if you're kind of feeling tired or lethargic, or maybe even your head's kind of pounding, what you need to focus on is getting enough fat. So take your MCT, you can take the pills if you're on the go, you can put it in your keto chinos. The other one that is really important is electrolytes. It helps you balance your potassium levels, and it makes the muscle aches subside.
I have no idea it boosts potassium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
potassium, magnesium.
We were talking about this yesterday.
And I felt like because I don't eat as much carbs or sugars, that I could use some type of boost, some type of or even my muscles. I was just off.
Well, the most important muscle of all that it's helping is your heart, because potassium and salt levels really affect your cardiovascular health and the cardiovascular function. It's easier to have a community, and so that's one of the things that was really holding me back, and that's kind of, I think, one of the many reasons that we want to do the Keto Corner is to just kind of establish dialogue. She loves answering questions.
We talk about keto all day long.
When you get stuck, sometimes you wouldn't expect the answer to be as simple as just more salt and electrolytes. And a lot of people don't know that, and they suffer unnecessarily through keto flu, or they can't stick with it because they don't know all the tips and tricks yet.
On that note, can I add a tip and trick for the keto flu? Bone broth is your best friend. Bone broth with tons of salt, pink Himalayan salt, preferably, because it's
all that rich collagen. Yeah. It's a high protein supplement that helps rebuild your joints and muscles. When you're kind of stressed and going through this keto flu, to be adding in collagen, and ours comes with the MCT powder, so you're getting the extra fat too, but to add that into your diet is going to improve your joint function. So if you're feeling a little achy and sore, that's really going to help.
Does this have a flavor to it, or?
No, there's no flavor, but there is MCT oil in it.
Can I mix it with like water in a shaker?
Yeah. So
or your morning shakes that you make.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like,
you could do sweet or savory. You could totally dump that into
soup.
A soup broth. Yeah, exactly. And that can be a really healthy base.
Right.
Nicole, I have another question about that. Does this have anything to do with, I've been hearing the keto diet is really good for your skin, it clears you up. You start glowing.
You got collagen.
Collagen, right?
Yeah.
So that is probably where it comes from.
Most definitely. Once you cut out sugar from your diet, sugar is just horrible for
I need a couple of
everything.
those.
your body and your skin.
So I just took a bite out of the muffin. I love it. I'm excited to know that I can have muffins, cupcakes, donuts. What else have we had? Cookies. I usually crave something sweet after I have my meal. So anything that I can have. Berries. I mean, I love fruit. So I'm really happy to know that I can do all that. But what's in the muffin, because it is so moist?
With the muffins, we don't have like the regular flour in there or sugar or, milk chocolate. But what I did is I used coconut flour, almond flour, MCT oil, of course, butter, a little bit of cream cheese, and then what I use is Swerve. Swerve is one of my favorite sweeteners to use in any of the sweets I use. I use the confectionate kind, which is like powdered sugar, and that's basically it. You mix that together and you use unsweetened chocolate. So the muffin itself is sweetened with the artificial sweeteners and the vanilla extract, so you don't really need that sweetness from the chocolate. So when you eat it, it feels like a regular muffin. It tastes like a good muffin, but the reality is that this whole muffin only has 3 net carbs in it, which is perfect. You can have, how many of these did you have right now?
I'm working.
It's okay. It's guilt-free. 3. She's had 3, and that's only like 9 net carbs. So, you're still within your daily intake. My absolute favorite sweet, keto sweet, is the donut. We've all tried it.
It's good.
I love it. And the secret to keeping it moist, I think that's what you asked me earlier. MCT oil, of course, and cream cheese. I like putting cream cheese in everything. We can have cream cheese on the keto diet.
Everything.
Not everything, but
Those
everything.
things, yeah.
Whenever I can use it, I do use it because it gives you this like sexy, creamy feeling. Like,
It
it's
helps
so
it
good.
like stick together. Like it's moist and kind of spongy and just.
It's honestly so good.
There's a reason I
Let's
gave
all
it
take
3.
a bite together.
I know now. So people are always asking me, I always show them photos of your food, and I'm like, she can make anything low carb, and they always ask me, well, how do you make like a low carb donut?
As far as the donuts are concerned, the main ingredient obviously is the flour. So we don't use regular flour, and I substitute it with almond flour or coconut flour. And then Nicole's genius, bright idea was to incorporate MCT oil in everything. But with the donuts, it helps with the moisture a lot. And then sweeteners, there are so many alternatives depending on, your flavor palette and, what works best for the dish. Or let's say breadcrumbs, your favorite. We do fried chicken with pork rinds. You don't have to use breadcrumbs to get that same texture. They're amazing, and I recommend everybody try it if you already have it.
I second that for sure.
Third. I kind of just want to know what it was that motivated you to want to start with the meal planning.
I guess because it's just more accessible and you can reach more people that way. Whereas sitting stationary, you can only cater to such an audience. And with meal prep, meal planning, it's just so convenient, really. It's like you get all of your meals for the week delivered to your door, and you don't have to worry about anything other than reheating your meal. So it's super convenient, especially for somebody who is always on the go or always busy and doesn't have the time.
Well, people are often either going out to eat or a part of a meal service subscription. So if you're going into keto, to have access to anything like that, whether so you got to get your keto meals from somewhere.
Is easy. Yeah. Everyone likes it. People have been doing it, but when it comes to keto, if you don't have the means to be keto, then you can't really do it. It's
hard, and it's so easy to cheat because you don't have the food readily available.
I can totally relate to that. To be honest, I've tried to do it time and time again before all of this, and I wasn't successful because I was tired of eating cheese all day long. I didn't want to eat any more walnuts, but if I have someone dropping off my 3 meals for the day plus some donuts and, other snacks that I can have, then there is no excuse not to stick to the diet and,
along with the education
successful.
And the supplements.
Exactly. Everything is on your fingertips.
Yeah, what stopped you from going low carb before?
Me personally, I had no idea how easy it can be to be low carb. I was terrified of not having my pizzas and my burgers, and I love food. I've done food my whole life, and I was just too afraid to branch out and learn about the low carb lifestyle. You can literally make anything low carb. We have pizzas, we have burgers, we have fried chicken, we have it all. So it's just a matter of like educating yourself. And now that I am educated enough and I have the means and the support, I really don't see a reason why I can't follow the keto lifestyle.
That's funny that you say that, because like for me, I kind of educated myself first, and I was so fascinated with it, and especially once I started it and I saw the results like so quickly, I couldn't stop. I was like addicted to keto, and I literally probably lived off of like cheese and nuts and bacon for like 2-3 years.
Who wouldn't want that?
I mean, but after a while, there's no option.
The more that I looked into it, I realized that there's a lot of calories in foods and restaurants, and the more I learned about nutrition and everything, I realized that calories actually are not...
They're not the most important thing.
Yeah, they're not the most important thing, because if you think about it, it's like 100 calories of broccoli and 100 calories of ice cream. They're not the same thing. That's when I came across the keto diet and realized the importance of carbohydrates and just what we put inside our bodies other than just counting calories. And that was kind of the game changer. Then I started seeing all these recipes and everything. And I'm like, oh my god, you can make actually anything low carb.
Yep.
Yeah.
If only I knew how to cook. I mean, I cannot cook. I've tried, but I burn things in the microwave, like plates. I burn plates in the microwave, which I didn't even know was possible.
Or in the oven.
So we are just recently launching our Keto Meals line, where you can have a meal plan subscription and it gets delivered to your doorstep. So it's super convenient to be able to stay on track with the keto diet and eat delicious things and not have to cook if you don't have the time or if you don't know how.
Exactly.
I realized that not a lot of people know about that, and I kind of wanted to really get that message out there. And just through sharing photos of the food that I was eating and all the benefits of the keto diets, I noticed that there was a need for other people to be getting these keto meals at a convenience to them.
I think the main thing was accessibility.
I feel like looking back on it, when I was sitting there wishing that there was some kind of app that I could order from or some easy way to get keto, what I would have loved in that moment was exactly what I am creating right now, which is meal prep delivery. Like that would have solved all my problems. So instead I decided to create Keto Meals.
Thank you, Nicole, for all the information and sharing all that and really taking the time to explain what's the best approach to keto.
I'm super excited for everything to come, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, the first ever episode of the Keto Korner.
Don't forget to like this video and please subscribe.
Also, if you guys have any questions that we didn't cover, leave it in the comments and we'll go over it in our next video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.